Well, I've been making some modifications to my E-field beam experimental antenna. So I'm transmitting 5 watts and I'm roughly off the back of the system, and this is a 500 microamp meter. Okay, so you can see near the back, and I am very close to the back here, it is giving a slight tickle. Okay, I move a tiny bit away, hopefully I can get this to show, and it's really dropped off. Okay, now I'll just move around to the side. Okay, I've also managed to take a little off the side now, so the sides are always going to be stronger than the back on this type of one. And now I'll move around to the front. Okay, a reasonable distance, and that's from the very far front tips of its differential elements. And as you can see on the 500 microamp meter, she's going very well. Now I'm standing there, okay, so just for perspective, okay, which is not super close like I was at the back. Now I'll move just about round there, past this crate, and we'll see what we're getting now. Try and get this to show. I'm sorry about the glare, it's very difficult. It's like I have to battle between good positions for the meter, appropriate positions, and glare. And of course now the beacon's stopped, so bear with me. Hopefully you've got more patience than a lot of the people nowadays, and if it takes more than 60 seconds they're not interested. Alright, hopefully she comes back. It's a very slow beacon, but as you can see, so it's quite a distance, and that's a 500 microamp meter. So now, due to lack of space, I actually have to get in closer as I come around. So I'm actually getting closer and avoiding tripping over here. I stood on a broom and got whacked. and now around the back, and I am quite close now. And you can see I'll move a little bit away, and you'll notice the drop off is considerable. Now another thing to note, being an E-field antenna system, the way this is functioning, when you do get closer, what happens is you become part of the system, and E-field lines that would otherwise be directed elsewhere can direct to you and give you a false read. Another problem, of course, monitoring in this particular scenario is these are obviously running at E-field differential. One of them is very close to the ground, and one of them is very close to this metal structure above. So quite a bit actually is leaking into ground and into here. So part of the readings I'm getting off the back here are actually a result of me being inside a capacitor that's capturing some of this and that it's leaking into. So let's say these are at different potentials, so when that's pos and that's neg, this becomes pos and this becomes neg. And so in free space, in its proper operating condition, the amount off the back will be drastically reduced. So it's kind of a false read off the back there. Now off the front, of course, not having all that leakage, there will be a greater potential building up an energy state on the system, which then will, of course, I'll have to get glare off this, mean that it's functioning even better. I'll wait for the beacon to start. It's a very slow delay. I really should have done something about that. This also is a bit of a slow meter to respond, as you can see. But yeah, so, and that's a 500 microamp meter. Now what I will show very quickly is, if I can find it. What have I done with it? I was looking for my other meter. What I'll do is, in case I've left it in the trailer, which is possible. Yes, I have. While I'm in here, I'll show the power setting. Come on, focus please. It's very annoying phone. I'm waiting for it to focus. Okay. Alright, so we're on 5 watt there. And now I'll grab my 50 microamp that has the LEDs across it. Now what I'll do is, I suppose first of all, I'll move as far back as I can, sensibly, inside here from the rear. So, okay, I'm a reasonable way back. Now this, remembering I am inside a capacitor, this will read, okay? I'll wait for the beacon to start again. Okay, so you can see it is almost hitting full scale, but it's not whacking. You'll see what I mean, right? This is very sensitive. Now, I'm going to, the way it's directing through that gap. That's how it was getting into VK5. Well, actually, I've got it slightly positioned wrong, so I'll turn that a little. So directing through that gap, right? So, of course, similar distance from the front as I was to the back. What you'll notice is it's hitting hard, okay? You might hear it. Okay. And if I go a little closer, even the LEDs should light up. There you go. Alright. Now I'll wait for the beacon to come back, and then what I'll do is I'll move further away in its direction of gain, or in its major lobe. So just bear with me. Right. I'm moving away now. I'm now actually at the corner of the trailer and the fence line, which is that gap that it's firing through. I'll show that. So I'm actually now at the trailer's corner and the corner here. And so now I'm obviously quite a lot further away. And you see it's hitting up very hard, okay? I'm a lot further away than I was off the back. I move further out. Okay, yeah, probably. See, I've got to consider how the electric fields are ducting. A lot of them will be ducting onto this trailer, so I'll do it that way. I'm going to wait for it. So this is an E-field observation. So I will now switch to my more standard meter. Where is she? Oh, don't tell me I left it in the house. Is it in here? Oh yeah, it's in here. So, okay. So of course this will respond more to the TM wave component. So bear with me. I'll stretch the element out. Sorry about that. I wish I had more hands. Okay, stretched out. And as you can see now, hopefully, yeah, that's banging. Now it is a bit weird for me trying to read through a gap in this trailer and the fence. Yeah, I'm having trouble detecting it there. Too many reflections. But you can see anyway, all this way away, that it's absolutely nuts. So, of course, it's got to get in the clear. And this is all very rough observations at this stage. Off this way. Wait for it to start. Takes a while. But you can see it's dropped off quite a bit, right? It's not whacking. Okay, I'll jump up to the very back again, up here. And let's see if I can get this to show. It's very annoying. Is that visible? It's only, yeah, it's coming up to the top nearly. Very hard to show this. Oh, God. Oh, so terrible, this camera. But not very strong, okay? And now I jump around off towards the The front I'll move reasonable distance away. Get that to show again. Doesn't want to show, does it? You can see it's hitting hard. Gotta wait for it to start again. I'm sorry about all the terrible glare, and nothing I've got set up here is ideal for video. So to me it's not really all about the video, but I'm trying to share, so it'd be good if I could do it a bit better. Okay, there you go. But yeah, so you can see clearly that she has a pattern. I mean, of course, I'd respect anyone to say, well, you can't be sure yet, which is fair under its current conditions. Though I do know that it has a pattern, trust me. All right, 7-3, and thanks for watching.